Hi, CJ. Welcome to the Rockies.
Hello.
Um, the first question I think everybody wants to know is just describe where you are physically, health wise. And second part of that question for you is your perspective on this opportunity in Colorado.
Yeah. Well, firstly, I'm super excited to be here. I think it's a good spot for me. I think it's a situation where I can help a team and the team can help me. And I think that was one thing I really wanted to look for in free agency was a team that kind of wanted me to give me an opportunity, to give me a chance to play. And I feel like I felt that here. I'm super pumped for the opportunity. And yeah, the knee's good. The knee's good. I've been cleared for a month and a half now, so up to then was all rehab, and then ever since then, just normal off-season workouts, hitting, running, fielding. I'm 100% ready to go. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Did you have interest from other teams? And if so, what made you decide on the Rockies?
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into it, but yeah, there was interest. A lot more platoon bench roles, and I felt here in Colorado I had a chance to win a job and to come in and play quite a bit. And I'm 31. Some people might call that old, but I still feel like I have a little bit here to give, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking for at bats. I was mostly looking for an opportunity, and of course I have to win a job. That's what I'm excited. I love to compete. So, however that shapes out, it's a situation I wanted to put myself in, test myself, and it's something that I'm super excited for.
And one more from me, and I'll let the other guys hop on. Um, because you're American League guy principally, um, I really haven't seen you play very much. Can you just give us a sense of your comfort level and your fielding skills over at first?
Yeah, good. I feel like I play the position fine. I think I mean I don't like to get into numbers and stuff, analytics and stuff like that, especially on the defensive side. But I feel like I can hang with most fielders in the league. Yeah, I'm confident in my abilities, and I'm excited to have the opportunity.
Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Go to Thomas Harding from Rockies.com. Thomas?
First of all, welcome to Denver.
Thank you.
All right, and secondly, I actually wanted to get a little bit more into your first base play over there. I know it's something that you haven't. I guess in the American League you could DH a lot. Did you always feel like, hey, I'm a better fielder than this? It's just that this is the way the lineup worked that I had to be DH for a while.
Yeah, I think when you're a young player and you come up playing behind a guy named Albert Pujols, the opportunity isn't quite going to be 100% there on the defensive side of the ball. So I came up. Albert's a great guy. He helped me a lot, but he played first base, and it's as simple as that. So I think that reputation as a DH kind of started right when I debuted. They're like, "Oh, this guy's a DH. That's where he plays." But I think it was more situational based, and yeah, I think I've been playing okay defense over there for a little while now, and like I said, I'm excited for the opportunity to still do it. And yeah, like you said, it's my first time in the National League, so I'm looking forward to that aspect as well.
But I wanted to put together what are your thoughts on playing at Coors Field? With that obviously that right. Excuse me, the way the ball travels there and everything else. Times that you've been there, have you liked it?
Yeah, I've only been there once early on with the Angels. Like I said, I didn't play much playing behind Albert, but no, it's a beautiful stadium. When I went there, it reminded me a lot of Salt Lake City, where I went to college. So it just felt right. It felt good. I felt comfortable signing here. And as for the park and the dimensions, like I said, I haven't really actually played there, so I can't speak on that. But everyone says it's a good place to hit. So yeah, I'm excited to see what it's like.
Have to do to kind of even out the platoon splits there? Is it just simply a matter of playing time?
I mean, it's impossible to say unless you haven't had a chance to do it quite a bit. Like I said early on, I've hit lefties pretty well. I feel comfortable against righties as well, and I think I can hold my own. And I think just having the chance to play every day, you can kind of work some stuff out and kind of fight through some stuff on the offensive end. So if that opportunity presents itself, I'm super excited for it, and yeah, I feel confident that I can hit both sides pretty well.
And this looks like an opportunity where if you establish yourself, you can have some more time here. How big is this for you? I mean, obviously, a lot of people want to sign a major league contract. You sign a minor league deal. You feel like, though, when things get normal, this could be a real reset for your career.
Yeah, exactly. That's the main reason I signed here. I wanted to kind of prove to myself and prove to everyone else that I can still play every day and I can be an impact player. I think last year with Detroit was kind of the first chance I had to play every day, and unfortunately an injury kind of messed that up. So kind of a fresh start. It's a big spring for me. My first goal is to make the team and kind of get to know the guys a little bit better in there. But no, I'm just kind of taking it one step at a time. Not looking too far ahead.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Go to Nick Groke with The Athletic. Nick?
Yeah, hey, CJ, it's funny that you mentioned people thinking 31 is old. It still makes me laugh, actually. But you know, coming off of last year, it seems like a couple of different players have said this, like looking forward to a more normal season this year. And I know it's not normal still, but do you think maybe like just across the board that players, pitchers, whatever, might even feel more fresh coming into this year, or a little even more eager to kind of spread their wings, bust out a little bit, just because it's a little bit more normal? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. I think last year, we played maybe 2.5 weeks of spring, and then we got shut down for what felt like a normal offseason. So when guys had gyms closed down, they couldn't get on fields as much. It was just a very weird situation. I think MLB did a great job to even get that many games in, so we couldn't complain too much. But like you said, this is a fresh start. We're starting normal time. We're going to play 162. We're going to start on time, have a normal schedule, and I think it's gonna calm a lot of people down. Still, obviously, doing all the COVID protocols, getting our tests done. That stuff's a little bit wonky, but on the baseball side of things, it's going to be really nice to kind of get back in rhythm, and to kind of field out in spring, and kind of prepare yourself for 162 games.
Yeah. So then, for you personally, it was a weird year last year, and then it was weird on top of the weird, sort of, for you, and then another new situation. But do you feel even more eager maybe for this year? It's just so many things are different. Does it make you more excited, more eager?
Oh, yeah, I'm pumped. I'm super excited to be here. I feel like I'm ready to compete, try to win a job here, and yeah, I'm always excited to play baseball. But like you said, this year feels like it's a really good opportunity for me to kind of take that next step, and we're gonna see what happens, and hopefully COVID stays away, and we can have a normal spring training and a normal season. So yeah, that's kind of where my head's at.
Thanks, Tim.
Go to Tracy Ringlesby. Tracy?
CJ, just a bit, it seems like the last 3 years, I mean, the injury last year, but even the 2 years before that, you've kind of just been floating, looking for a place to play. How important is it to you to maybe try to establish some roots somewhere again and kind of get your game going back in order?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm kind of tired of flopping teams every year, but I guess in the arbitration process and stuff like that kind of stuff happens. It's the business side of baseball. I feel like I can contribute to a ball club, and that's the main reason I chose Colorado, was for the opportunity to help the team. That's kind of how I'm going to approach it. But like you said, it's a big year. It's somewhere I obviously would love to be. I would love to stick somewhere. That'd be awesome. So that's kind of my mentality, and I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen.
One side note, you and Houston can spend time critiquing Kinneberg.
I'm sorry?
You and Jeff Houston, the Rockies announcer,
Yeah.
can spend time together critiquing Kinneberg as a manager, as a coach.
Oh, Bill Kinneberg. Yeah.
Wyoming.
I can't critique him. He's too good, man. There's nothing to critique.
Huey would agree with you. He played for him also.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
All right, we have about 5 minutes left here. We'll go to Kevin Henry. Kevin, go ahead.
Hey, CJ, thanks for the time.
No problem.
Hey, quick question for you. And sorry, Patrick asked this for the first question, but I know you and Buddy were together in 2016 with the Angels. I know he was front office. Was there a relationship built there, or anything that you guys kind of knew about each other heading into that signing that you did earlier this offseason?
Like you just said, Bud Black was kind of in the front office there when I was with the Angels, and I wouldn't say he was on the field all that often. I always enjoyed crossing paths with him because he would take the time, even though I was a young player, to kind of talk to me and see how I was doing, and we would talk some smack to each other, actually. So, yeah, I would say we have a pretty good relationship, albeit pretty short, but he's a good dude. You hear nothing but great things around the league about Bud Black, and I let somebody told me earlier, if you can't play for Bud Black, you can't play for anybody. So I'm super pumped to have him as my manager for a full season, and looking forward to work with him even more.
Second question for me, just real quick. You're a guy that your barrel rate's gone up the 3 seasons before Detroit. Your chase rate went down the 5 seasons before Detroit. How have you evolved as a hitter?
Yeah, I think on the hitting side, it's a lot of natural progression, right? The more you see a certain team, they'd like to pitch you a certain way. The more you see a specific pitcher, they like to pitch you a certain way. And I think in general, just the way they attack middle of the order right-handed bats kind of is similar across the league. So I guess just the more you do something, the better you're going to get at it. Obviously, that was a flaw I had early on, was kind of recognizing the pitch. But I feel like as I've gotten older, as I've seen guys and seen the pitches a little bit more regularly, that I've been getting a lot better at that. And I think last year it was the best in my career. I think I had 9 walks in 13 games or something. So I was seeing the ball really well, and hopefully I can just kind of continue that, get some good scouting reports in, see what the pitchers got. It's a new league, it's a new division, so I'm looking forward to get to work on that side of it.
We have 2 more questions. We'll go to Patrick Lyons, and we'll finish up with David Larilla. Patrick, go ahead.
Yeah, CJ, I know your season was cut short a bit last year with the knee injury. Just curious how the rehab went, and what kind of playing shape you're in right now.
Yeah, it was good. It was really, really smooth. Keith Coker did a great job working on my knee, like he always does. And yeah, I'm ready to go. I was cleared about a month and a half ago from the doctor, so I've been working on baseball stuff ever since, and I feel ready. There's no limitations here, so as many at bats as I can get in spring training, I'll be ready for them.
Second one, real quick, is that we here in this market, we kind of know about baseball playing families with Josh Fuentes and Nolan Arenado, your brother Kevin, still active. Your father Chris is in the majors. What's that like, coming when your father is a big league player and your brother is doing the same thing? How much support is there, particularly in the off season, like when you're going through an injury like this? Yeah,
it's important. I think with my dad, that's baseball is all I've ever known, right? Like when I was born, just growing up, I was always around the game. So it's a huge part of the development of my career, I think, just kind of getting that extra little step. And like you said, being able to kind of lead on both my brother and my dad when things aren't going great, even though I always know what my dad's going to say before he even says it. But no, it's just, it's good, man. I wouldn't change it for the world. We've got a good baseball family. Everyone understands the game, including my mom. So yeah, it's something that's I think I kind of take for granted, but it really is pretty special.
And welcome.
Thank you.
I will go to David. David, go ahead.
Hey, CJ.
Hello.
Follow up on the Coors Field question you got earlier. As you probably know or may know, one of the advantages of Coors is that breaking balls move less. But the flip side is when you leave a homestand and go on the road, breaking pitches move a lot more. So with the caveat that you did improve your chase rate in last year's small sample, historically, you're a pretty free swinger. So how much of a challenge will it be to go on the road and be a good hitter?
Yeah, I think that's a tough question to answer until I see it firsthand. It's I'm going to be picking guys' brain in the locker room about that kind of stuff, how that field plays differently, just so I have an idea of what to expect. But until you get in that box and see it, I don't really know how it's going to be. I'm just gonna go about my routine the same. I'm gonna research the pitcher the same as I usually would, and just assume they're gonna make good pitches. I can't assume their ball is gonna break less until I can see it firsthand. So I'll be prepared, and I guess we'll see as we go.
Right. I guess my thought, CJ, is that when you do go on the road, you may have seen that same pitcher a week earlier at Coors, anticipating a certain movement, and now it's going to get a few more inches of depth.
Okay.
So is it easy just to flip the switch and say that I have to be careful recognizing these pitches?
Yeah, probably. Like I said, I guess I have to see. I have to see it. I have to kind of make that interpretation in the box. But you can usually see the spin of the ball and see the shape of it coming out of the pitcher's hand. Like you said, it's probably going to change on the road, and that's something I'm going to have to adjust to. But I've played my whole career away from Coors, so I guess that's all I know. So it's almost hard. It's too hard for me to say at the moment.
Thank you, CJ. Really appreciate the time.
No problem. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
well,